Hello everyone, VJose32 back again. It's been a little while since I had an update. That was mainly because my sister was in during the weekend, so I didn't get around to doing a video on Sunday like usual. So let's get on into it. First of all, on Kickstarter, I just want to mention the Prism Night playing cards, which is a relaunch from Elephant playing cards. Very nice deck of cards. I did get a prototype, which I will have a review up tonight. So look for that. Moving along, the Inferus playing cards has relaunched. That is by Travis Carter. Will be produced by Legends playing cards. Updated back design, as you can see. Pretty interesting ace or joker. I'm not sure what that is. And the cards, the faces, the court cards, as you can see, are faceless, which is pretty interesting. The indexes are okay, but the pip is kind of missing half a pip, quarter of a pip, whatever it is. It's a little bit weird, but I'm glad that they did fix the other pips, giving them a full solid pip instead of just a half pip like the index has. But sadly, the court cards are pretty much standard. And here's your number cards. Again, I do think it's an improvement. I think the index might be a little bit hard to read, is all. Not terribly hard, but a little bit. But actually, I like that as well. As you can see, in a fan, it looks nice. It's when you're looking at the cards individually that you see it's actually missing a part, and I don't really see a need for that. But anyways, moving along, I like the pips. The bat design is not bad. But there's just so many projects on Kickstarter that it becomes difficult to back every single project. So I don't know if I'm in for this one yet. We'll see what happens. Moving along. Next up is, well, I should mention very quickly, Viridian playing cards from Codified Projects. Almost funded, 11 days to go. And really cool decks. I don't know if they're going to hit the stretch goal for his second deck at this rate. But if not, they'll do that later on, obviously. Inferus, as I mentioned, is 18% funded with 30 days to go. Also, Omnia doing very well, as you can see, almost 400% funded. Definitely check that one out. Next up, Medieval Revival Legit playing cards by Corey Henderson. Not sure why they feel the need to put legit. But whatever, it's almost 200% funded, 26 days to go. There's a very small goal, something like $500. They're not bad. I definitely like them. They're different, they're interesting, they're unique. So that definitely draws me in. The back design is very nice, as you can see. And the faces, completely custom, unique, different, colorful. I like them. What can I say? Here's your aces, really cool. And here you see some of the court cards are also very well done. My only concern is the index is a little bit difficult to read, especially with the letter way out there. If they didn't have that little symbol in the corner and just kept it to the value and the pip, it would have been a little bit better. But it is what it is. Not the most practical for playing cards or anything like that. Plus, the font that is on the writing may not be the easiest to read. But it's not bad. I like it. Moving along, quick shout out to the Black Widow deck from Justin Freud. 38% funded, 21 days to go. 2 decks available. Really cool. They have foil within the backs of the cards, if I am correct. And I think it's pretty awesome. Next, Cat playing cards, second edition from Undefined Knowledge. Not really sure why we need a second edition of this deck, but it's there. It's 82% funded with 5 days to go. It looks like it's going to happen. I'm not going to worry about checking out the first edition, though I do remember seeing it. It is what it is. It's okay. It's not glamorous. It's not really my style. Not really anything wrong with it. It's just it could be so much better, or they could do something else that was so much better. Like I said, I don't understand the need for a second version of this deck, other than perhaps they sold out and they're trying to produce some more. Then there is Dragons playing cards, which will be printed by USPC. It's by Robert Burke. I think this is his first project. It's 69% funded, 26 days to go. Looks like it will happen at this rate. Actually, he's had 15 projects, and he's backed a ton of projects. Not quite as many as I have, but a huge amount, as you can see. He's done a lot of Dragon stuff, so I guess playing cards is the next thing on his list. And, oh shit. Not what I wanted to do. And this is what he's got. The back design is pretty nice. As you can see, there's the box. The back design is pretty nice. Aside from slightly thick borders. And the faces are okay. Lots of detail, as you can see, in the dragons. The sun is pounding away out there. Apologize if you can hear that, but yeah, lots of dragons. Pretty interesting, highly detailed. I'm not sure how that's going to look in the end, but I'm sure it'll be fine. My only major concern is there's not a lot of distinguishability between the dark suits, the black suits, and the red suits. It's almost the same color in the indexes. There's no additional pips on the faces, just dragons. And then on top of that, the jokers, you can see, are identical. And then if you look at the rest of the cards, you'll see that, for instance, the fours are all identical. The kings are all identical. The jacks are all identical. So basically they did 14 dragons for this deck, if you include the joker. I mean, there's a lot of effort put into them, a lot of nice details on it, but it gets repetitive. It's going to be hard to distinguish the king of diamonds from the king of clubs, for instance, because there's a very small difference in the color of the indexes, and the image is exactly the same. So I don't know if this is the most practical for playing cards, certainly not the most practical for Magic or anything like that at all. I would have preferred at this rate if they had just done these dragons for the court cards and put in pips on the number cards, because it seems redundant to have all these different dragons on every single card when they're all the same thing. And I'm going to make that suggestion to the creator as well. Just in my opinion, it's just a little bit overkill. Moving along, one more project on Kickstarter I will tell you about. Well, a couple more. First of all, the Bicycle Lumberjack 2nd edition. Not looking like it's going to happen. Only 78% funded, 18 hours to go. But it looks like he's still planning to try and get this done somehow, some way, with another project in the future. There is one more deck to tell you about. It is the Strange first anniversary playing card set by John Daniel Taylor IV. It's 59% funded, 22 days to go. Only because it's like a $500 goal, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I don't even have that one on here. As you can see, they got basically one image, I guess. It's a one-way image, one-way back design, as you can see right there. And there appears to be very little or no other customization whatsoever, at least at that Aces page is any indication. Very cheap, kind of lame, lazy deck of cards, and I just recommend pass because there's so many other decks that are so much better. Why would anyone waste your money on that? Moving along, Celtic Myth playing cards, third edition, is almost funded. It's 90% funded with 14 hours to go. Looks like it will fund this thanks to some mysterious backer pledging $5,000. The creator has assured backers that it is legit. There's no issues, so hopefully that's true. One more deck I'm going to tell you about if I can find it. It is somewhere. Here it is. The Heroes Archangel by Anna Dadonis. It's well funded already. 21 days to go. I think it just launched. This is not their first project. They have already done the Heroes playing cards previously in another project, and it looks like they have done some modifications, as you can see, to the faces, and are printing them again. So you got your... It is completely custom. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of these massive pips in the center. This seems a little bit off. But, I mean, highly detailed pips and everything. I'm also not a fan of these diagonal stripes. They seem completely unnecessary. And to have them on both decks, it's weird. No image of the back design, though. Last time, the back design, oh, there you go. It is a mirror image of the back design, which is nice. I think last time it was a one-way. So definitely a little bit of improvement from before. It's already funded. And that's that. A couple of decks to tell you about on Indiegogo. First of all, the Gemini playing cards. It's only 12% funded with 19 days to go. It's not looking good. Typical of most playing card projects on Indiegogo. The idea, it's basically a tribute to old iconic casino decks like the Nuggets and the Dunes. And it is styled after the Dunes, as you can see. It looks pretty nice. I like it. But I can't do it because it's PayPal only. And I got PayPal issues. Or more like they got issues with me. I mean, the number cards are standard. The Jokers are a little bit... The faces are standard. The Aces page is custom. The Joker is, well, very simple but custom. But I do like the backs and everything. It's not going to happen at this rate, I don't think. One more deck on Indiegogo to tell you about. And that is Manticore playing cards, which is designed by Ito Hong. It's currently 55% funded, 21 days to go again. Not sure it's going to happen. It's doing pretty good though. Really nice cards. I'd love to get them again. Those, because of the issues, I can't. So I'll have to wait for a reseller to get them. And again, pretty much standard faces. Some customizations to the courts perhaps. There is some customization to the Aces. And that's that. And one Joker and a double backer, looks like. Yeah, not bad. Dan and Dave has a new deck right here. The G Hollingworth deck in red. Not as limited as the green ones. The green ones were originally only available in this DVD set that you see in the top left. There with the key on it. And or with a card clip, which is down below. These ones are available individually or in bricks. So it's probably a few more of them made than there was of the green ones. And at the very least, they are easier to get, cheaper to get, because you don't have to spend $150 to get one. They look pretty nice, albeit, pretty much standard faces. I see a gaff card right there. I think the green deck had that same gaff card. But it looks nice. I like it. Collectible playing cards has some new decks. And uncuts as well. They have uncuts of the Fireworks and U.S. President's decks. Magicians Anonymous and the Sinners decks, which I reviewed or have reviews coming on in the near future. Acer and Gold. And all the Bicycle U.S. President's playing cards. The red and blue tuck cases and the deluxe embossed tuck case, which is a little bit more expensive. And this deck that I wanted to show you, that Deaf Guy deck, which is made by USPC. That design is pretty simple. The faces, I guess they got basically a hand sign language there on the faces for the deaf. I think that's fine, but they're deaf, not blind. They can see fine. So regular cards would have been fine, but it's nice to see customizations. It looks pretty interesting. It supports that deaf guy, Matt Daigle. There's also characters of his that he has created. American Sign Language on the numbers and letters. They're pretty interesting. Also, gaff cards for 2-card Monte, apparently, along with instructions. And a special card, which is a trick that fooled Houdini. So, it's pretty nice. It says it's a limited edition, so definitely check it out. This came out a little while back. I think it was on the magicapple.com. It's nice to see other sellers selling it. And then there is, I want to mention this, WorldCardExpertsStore.com. WorldCardExperts.com is their other site, I believe. This is Handlords. Handlords has a new website, new identity, I guess, new brand. It is funny because, well, we'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, they got a new gold edition of the Blades deck coming soon, as you can see. It looks pretty nice, but I mean, it's the same old, same old. Would be nice if they actually came out with something different instead of doing the same different over and over again. But Lord knows I'm going to get that deck anyway, somehow, some way, even if they don't sell it to me, because they do not like to sell things to me. But that was Handlords. Maybe we'll get a better start with this. The other deck they got coming is the Bicycle Cardistry, which I mentioned before. And it's pretty weird because DeVoe was very stubborn, I guess you could say, about the word cardistry. To him, it was all XCM, extreme card manipulation. Anyone that said the word cardistry was banned, not allowed on his Facebook pages and whatnot. But now all of a sudden he's become a hypocrite and he's using the word cardistry. I mean, it makes no sense. But anyways, that is that. You can check that out. Apparently these are coming July 5th, both of those decks. Then there's this coming to Kickstarter soon, the King of India playing cards from HumbleRaza.com. Looks pretty interesting. I'm liking it. Then Wicked Kingdom playing cards from Wiley Beckert, coming later this year, I guess. Looks pretty interesting, very nicely detailed cards. And then Tea Time by Madness and Tea, apparently. Here it is, the cards. Not a big fan of them myself. I mean, they are completely custom, but it's got a one-way back design, which seems unnecessary and weird. Not to mention they're $25 each, plus shipping. But apparently they're actually going to have another one, Tea Time, which is $15 plus, or includes shipping. So apparently this is the Devil's Hand deck. There's another one coming though. Apparently. I don't know. I'm confused. Apparently it's going to be coming to Kickstarter to fund. So, whatever, we'll move along. Then, I don't know what this is all about, but I figured I'd check it out. Apparently this Modern Fighter Spotter playing card is coming back to Kickstarter in the near future. I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather get the original vintage decks you see pictured here instead of some, modified new version. But we'll see. Maybe I'll check it out. Then there is Pompeii playing cards coming soon from Robert Tomlinson, part of the Black brand. And this is the first deck. It's going to be on Kickstarter within the next 2 weeks. Looks really cool. Here's the back design. Just very nice. And let's look at some of the art for the court cards. Looks pretty good. Please tell me that's not Jackson Robinson. No, just kidding. I like it. It's coming soon. And then Alloy, coming soon from Gambler's Warehouse. I just wanted to kind of show you, check this out. Holographic tuck case prototype looks pretty awesome. And that should be coming very soon as well. And Explorers and Seals playing cards apparently coming soon to Kickstarter. I've talked about this one before, and I guess this is the other one. Or sorry, this is other court cards. And apparently a different color tuck case. Oh my god, there's two people on one court card. Yay. I'm not sure about the Seals. Well, that's a very nice tuck case. But I'm sure it's going to be expensive. And this is for the other deck. Seals, I guess it's got a war theme. Looks pretty nice. I'm not sure who's doing these decks. I guess we'll find out soon. And I think that's all I've got. I can't think of anything else. I apologize if it's a little bit long. I'll see you next time with hopefully a shorter video.